Alright, we on the stream. How y'all doing? We back with another video. And this one, we will be talking about the Brooklyn Nets. And this year, who do I believe the two players that should be getting cut out of the roster? Because this year, we have so many players that we had to cut some out. And they way too good. You know? We got to cut some players out. We got to keep some in. You know what I mean? Even though we got to do it, we got to do it. You know what I mean? You can't do anything about it, but we have a stable roster, a great roster overall. I think we're going to be the favorites to win the championship this year. Now, let's get into it. All right? Look, LaMarcus Aldridge back into the roster. You already know. Right after he left last year because of heart problems. So, the Nets, they got one back, one good, and LaMarcus Aldridge, a guy that will fit their team. I do believe that Andre Drummond should have been on the Nets, but that's in the past, you know? Because Andre Drummond fits more for the rebounding and defense and the paint, you know? But LaMarcus Aldridge is a great player for our team. And I believe that we will take it to the finals and we will need him. I feel like he'll be a good starting or bench piece, you understand? LaMarcus Aldridge cannot play more than 30 minutes because of the heart conditions and heart problems that come with him. So, he could be a liability at times because of his disease that comes with him, as I said. So, LaMarcus Aldridge, great pickup. Great veteran asset. You got to be happy with the addition of him. Now, next, Bembry. He's a great defensive player. Was on Toronto Raptors last year. I believe he averaged 8 points per game. This man's a great defender, 6'5", 210. 5 years in the NBA. You already know, man. We signed him for a non-guaranteed contract, the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know if the Nets are going to keep him. I really do not know, because he is good, but he's not exactly what we need on the team. We need defense, but we need 3-and-D players. You understand? And we don't have the space to be holding him on, you know, to the team. Now, next, Bruce Brown Jr. This man, 6'4", 202 pounds. 3 years in the NBA. Bruce Brown went off this year for the Brooklyn Nets, averaging 8.8 points per game. Man was a defensive man, dude. Went off for the Nets. You got to be happy with what he did for the Nets. And what we traded from was nothing, a bag of chips. Traded Dayron Sharp and a second-round pick for Bruce Brown. And he was supposed to get the bag, but this year he stayed with the Brooklyn Nets for $4.7 million extension. I'm so happy that the Nets got him back. He was one of the key pieces in last year's Brooklyn Nets team, and this is an amazing trade. Now next to Javon Carter. Javon Carter is a 6'2" point guard, 200 pounds, 3 years in the league. This man is still very young. He's around 25 years old. This man is very young, as I stated. I don't know. The Brooklyn Nets, I feel like the Brooklyn Nets, they don't really need a player like Javon Carter as of right now, especially by the lineup, the depth, you know? So, what I believe is that they do not need Javon Carter or Bembry, you know? Because Bembry is a non-guaranteed contract. That'll be 16. Then you're going to have to release one more as well, which I believe will be Javon Carter. And I feel like that trade by the Brooklyn Nets was a great trade. We got Dayron Sharp in that deal. I'm just happy that the Nets got what they got. Javon Carter is not that bad. He's a great defender at the point guard position. But I feel like he's not what we need as of right now. Maybe in the future, upcoming years. But this year, we're trying to win a championship. And he does not fit in the roster unless he drops down to being a two-way player, which we have another slot open for that. But let's get on to the next one. Nicholas Clarkson, number 33, 6'11", 215 pounds, 2 years in the NBA. That man Nicholas Clarkson went off last year. Defensively, great perimeter defense. What can I say about him, man? He's just a great defensive asset on the Brooklyn Nets, and he's like a DeAndre Jordan, a young DeAndre Jordan. This man could protect the perimeter. He still kind of needs to improve on his defense in the paint, but this man's a great perimeter defender. He could go up for defense. I believe that he should be starting on the Brooklyn Nets. What I also believe is that he has way more upside. And being around James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and all those people, that will help him be more wide open, help him get more shots, because they're going to be focusing on those big three. And then after Joe Harris also on the team, you got a whole open roster, man. So I feel Nicholas Clarkson has way more room for improvement. And I'm very happy that he's on this team. Now, we picked him in the second round, first pick. And that was just great, man. I'm just happy for the Brooklyn Nets. And let's get to the next one. Sekou Doumbouya. however you say his name, Deboya. Happy we got him. We fleeced. When I say fleece. We fleeced the Detroit Pistons 2 times in a row. We traded 4 second-round picks. DeAndre Jordan, his $10 million contract, which he is expecting this year and the next year after. We also traded away a $5.6 million exception, which allowed us to free up to $45 million in tax. That is amazing for the Brooklyn Nets. A 6'9", 20-year-old, 230 pounds defensively. He is a problem on the defensive end, and he's 20 years old. He has so much room for improvement. I feel like Sekou Doumbouya, if that's how you say his name, he could become the next Pascal Siakam, in my opinion. He's a great player, and I do not know. I don't know how to like. It's just crazy. How do we get players like that? Like, you understand? It's just crazy. We got 2 straight players from Detroit Pistons and Bruce Brown and Sekou Doumbouya, if that's how you say his name. That's a great trade on the Brooklyn Nets part. We dumped so much money, which helped us out, and I'm so happy that we did that. So let's go on to the next one. So the next one, David Duke Jr., as you've seen in the summer league, this man was going off, averaging almost 8 rebounds per game. I believe 8 rebounds per game. 8 points. This man was doing good. He was a problem, man. Even though his background from behind in his past was not the best, but I believe he has a better future. His future is going to be great with this Brooklyn Nets team. I cannot wait. The Brooklyn Nets, I feel like they got a stud in David Duke Jr. They got a steal, and this is just a great pickup for the Brooklyn Nets. 6'5" shooting guard, 205 pounds. And this year is going to be the year he went undrafted. And this is just amazing, man. I don't know. Next, Kevin freaking Durant. Kevin Durant, man. What can I say? Number 7. 6'10", 240 pounds. 14 years in the NBA, straight out of Texas. 2007 first round, second pick. Yo, man, this is great. We got the extension with Kevin Durant that we needed. Now I feel like this is the year that we're going to keep on improving and getting better. I feel like as we go on into the year, there's going to be more progress and more progress. The chemistry is going to get better. Everything. Kevin Durant's the best player in the world as of right now. Man was averaging 26.9 points per game. Man was averaging over 5 rebounds. I believe over 5 assists. And this man is amazing. He shoots almost 40% from the 3. I believe he shot 40% from 3. This man's so efficient. 6'10", long wingspan. Amazing leader, which I love about him. He's getting way better on the defensive end. Not the worst. And he is one of the best. He's getting better over time. This is just amazing. Now, next up, Kessler Edwards. We drafted him at the second round 14 pick. He's a 6'8" shooting guard. But they can move him to small forward or power forward. 215 pounds. We got him in the second round. This was a great steal on our part. I feel like the Brooklyn Nets got a steal in him. Brooklyn Nets, they have great scouting, 3-and-D player. I feel like he's going to do amazing on this Brooklyn Nets team. If the Brooklyn Nets keep on doing things like this, signing players, getting players in the draft like this, like Spencer Dinwiddie, people like that. Even though we didn't get Spencer Dinwiddie in the draft, we got him as an undrafted player. I don't know if he was undrafted, but I do remember that we got him. And this was just a great signing on our part, If we got players like that, I feel like we'll do great. Next on, we got Blake Griffin, the 6'10" power forward, 215 pounds, 12 years in the NBA. This man did amazing for the Brooklyn Nets last year. He's just a role player now on the team. We don't expect more from him because, you know what? This man just has to be a role player on our team. These stats that he's been putting up, he averaged 10 for us. If you see in the playoffs, he was diving, he was riding. He was doing everything that he had to do to get his position. This man signed right back for the minimum contract, even though he could get the bag. You know what I love about that? What I love about that is that he's loyal to the team, even though other people were saying he was not. Blake Griffin is a great pickup for the Brooklyn Nets since last year. Man is diving and riding, getting all the balls, shooting the balls, defense, offense, everything that you need in a power forward / center. He plays center for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm just happy the Brooklyn Nets got this man. Next up, James Harden. James Harden, a 6'5" shooting guard, 220 pounds, 12 years in the NBA. This man is amazing. I feel like over time this man has became a great facilitator, a great point guard. This man has been doing great things for the Brooklyn Nets, averaging 25 points. And this is just crazy. This man was averaging over 10 assists per game. 8 rebounds. This man was about to average a triple-double per game. This man was a former MVP, possibly could have been an MVP multiple times. This man averaged more than 36 points per game, I believe, in a season. This man averaged over 30 for multiple seasons straight. This man is a problem on the offensive end. Defensively, his post-up skills on defense is amazing. And I know he's underrated on that. Now, he still has room for improvement on the perimeter defense, but post-up, he is good. I feel like he has great hands to deflect the ball. You know, he's maybe not the best defender, but he is what we need for the team. Next up, we got Joe Harris. Even though Joey Buckets at 6'6", 220 pounds, 7 years in the NBA, even though he did not perform the way that we thought he would perform in the playoffs, we still are expecting more. I feel like this year's the comeback year for Joe Harris. Man got the bag, $16 million per year from the Brooklyn Nets. If he does not perform good, I don't know. I feel like the Brooklyn Nets in the beginning of the season, starting to be in the beginning of the season in the summer league during that time, I felt like the Brooklyn Nets should have traded for Miles Turner. I still feel it, but I feel like Joe Harris has room for improvement. If he does great, averages at least 10 points per game, shoots 40% from 3, that's all that we need from this man, Joe E. Buckets. I have so much faith in this guy. I love this guy to death. Just that playoff performance did not stand out to me multiple times. But I feel like Joey Buckets will come back, and he will do great. It's Joey Buckets, loyal Brooklyn Nets player. I'm happy that he's on the team. I'm just expecting a lot. You got to be tough on your players, and I'm happy. Let's go. Next up, Kyrie Irving. Yeah. Number 11, I believe. And 6'2", 195 pounds. Year 10 for the Brooklyn Nets. This man went off on a rampage. Averaged 26.9 points per game. This man, Kyrie Irving, went off. I'm happy we got a stud in Kyrie Irving. I feel like Kyrie Irving is a great player. Great second option. But on this team, he's going to be a third option. Mostly for scoring. This man's a great shooter. You can see it. I feel like, in my opinion, maybe not leadership-wise, but player-wise, Kyrie Irving is better than Damian Lillard. I'm just saying it now. After last year, he proved it to me. Now, Kyrie Irving is the best dribbler in the league, one of the best three-point shooters in the league. This man shot 50% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, 90% from the free throw line. This is amazing stats. Only 5 players have did that in NBA history, I believe. That was Steve Nash, and I forgot who it was, but I think it was also Kevin Durant. But Kyrie Irving is a problem on the court. This man is an amazing player. He could shoot, layup, finish, everything. But he still lacks in defense. He still has room for improvement. I'm happy he's on the Brooklyn Nets team. I feel like if the Brooklyn Nets do not want him and he keeps on going on the hiatuses, the Brooklyn Nets should do a trade for Ben Simmons for Kyrie Irving. That would be the best trade for the Brooklyn Nets. Defense he'll bring to our team, and it'll be one of the most even trades. I didn't mean to say that. Most even trades in NBA history. Next up, we got James Johnson, 6'7", 240 pounds, 12 years in the league. This man is a big body, man. You don't want to get into a fight with James Johnson, man. He'll beat you up, eat you up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He don't play. You get in somebody's face, he get in your face. This man will knock you out cold. We got a stud in James Johnson on the defensive end. Could guard 1 through 4, possibly 1 through 5. I believe he could guard 1 through 5. But this man's a great defensive player. He's a good 3-and-D player. He's proved it over the last few years. He got that big contract from Miami for a reason. And he went to the Pelicans, showed off those skills. I'm happy that we got him on the team for a minimum contract. Let's go, Brooklyn Nets. Now, we got Paddy Mills for $6 million. For 2 years, we're paying $6 million each year for Paddy Mills. A $12 million deal for 2 years. Let's go, Paddy Mills. This man averaged over 10 points per game. This man was amazing for the Spurs. Off the bench point guard. This man's going to be our 6th man of the year. I cannot wait. The playoffs is when this guy goes off. This man's great playoff leadership. He's an amazing player. Multiple years in the NBA. 12 years in the NBA. He's 6 feet, 180 pounds. This man was amazing. Straight out of Australia. If you've seen what he did for Australia in the Olympics, you cannot deny the greatness that came with him. This man did great. For a bench point guard, he's not even a bench point guard in my opinion. This man could start a multiple team, but he chooses to go off the bench. He doesn't fight with it. He goes for cheaper contracts, or he could go for more money. It's crazy what the Brooklyn Nets have been getting. Paddy Mills, man, this guy's a stud. He shot 40% from 3 multiple years, and he shot 38, I believe, last year from the 3-point line. Averaging over 10, I believe he averaged 10.8. Now, on Jahlil Okafor. Jahlil Okafor is still very young. This man is around 23, 24 years old of age. This man is still great. His first few years in the Sixers, he averaged great stats. Once Joel Embiid came into the mix, this man got his rotation minutes low, you know? This man was amazing, man. Even though the Nets didn't play him, he's still great, you know? Great player. He maybe lacks in defense, which you don't know. Maybe we'll give him up. But I think that Jahlil Okafor still has a lot of upside in his future. No? This man is not a bad player. And I believe that he still has a lot of upside on the defensive end that he could improve. And he gets more experience, the more experience, the more development. You know? I'm just very happy that we got him on the team. Let's go Brooklyn Nets. Next up, Dayron Sharp. This man is a 6'11", 265-pound man. This man is a big boy. This man's huge. Huge when I say. This man could be a future Shaq, man, in my opinion. But on the Nets, not future Shaq. I'm just kidding. He's a big body like Shaq. That's what I mean, man. He could be good for our team. Next, like Andre Drummond, in my opinion. Big guy. And he could defend. And he could get rebounds. He could score. I feel like he'll be a good bench center, in my opinion. You know? Him. And then we could move LaMarcus Aldridge to power forward if anything, you know? Dayron Sharp is a great center. I was looking at his highlights. I was looking at the stats. I was looking at everything. Summer League, he proved it. This man is just amazing. I'm happy that we got him at the 29th pick. Sorry. 29th pick. I'm extremely happy that we got him. And we traded him. And we traded for him and Javon Carter. For Landry Shamet. I'm very happy that we got that trade. I feel like we'll do great with him. He'll do great on our team. And we develop centers the best in the league. You can see Jarrett Allen. You can see Nicholas Clarkson. You can see many centers. Now, let's go to the next stud. Cam Thomas. This man averaged over 27 points per game. This man, number 8. This man, 6'4" point guard, 210 pounds. This man straight from LSU. First round, 27 pick in the 2021 draft. This man was amazing. You cannot deny the greatness that came with him. Even though he has a bad shot selection, he's a great offensive player. I believe in the future, if the Nets ever give him up or the Nets ever go on a slump, they ever lose their big 3, I feel like Cam Thomas will be that next James Harden. Scoring wise, I believe. Defensively, he still has a lot of upside. You know, he still has more room for improvement. But this man is amazing. We got him for a steal in the first round, 27 pick in 2021 draft. I'm very happy the Brooklyn Nets got him. And he led us to multiple game victories. This man's a stud. We won 5-3, I believe, in the Summer League because of him. This man's amazing. I feel like in the Nets, he'll be a good third stringer. What I mean by that? He'll be the third, if anything, if Paddy Mills ever gets injured or any of the point guards. He'll be that next man to come up, you know? So, thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications.